Okay, let's start by having you get out your packet that you did for homework last night. Okay. Obviously, the principal's announcements for today changes everything. Can't say that my team was exactly thrilled because we spent literally at least 20 hours putting together the final and the review packet of our own time. You know, time we could have spent playing checkers or hanging out with our kids. So bottom line, we weren't exactly thrilled. But the reality is we understand that everything is changing, and this is going to help some kids to be not so stressed. It is going to mean that you're not going to probably remember first semester as well as you would have, because if we had made you study for it, you would have been forced to review it, and therefore you would know more math. But that's not on the table anymore. So this review worksheet is going to go in the grade book, okay? But it's not going to go in today because I know it was tough to finish that thing realistically. And so I'm going to give you an extra day to get it done. And then we're going to put it in the grade book because I know that's the whole point, is to try to de-stress you guys. So what the heck, I'll give you an extra day, get it done. But there's this weird element of then the key got released. Somebody already released it in another class, which would mean some people have already seen it. So I released it too. So now how do you handle it if you haven't got a problem done, but there's a key out there? Oh, well, the right response is copy the problem off the key into your packet. No, that's not the correct response. The correct response is when you're done with it, you should check it over. And I want everybody to check over their packet, including, like, you've already done it. Well, great. Check it against the key. See if you did it right. If you didn't do it right, what should you do? Fix it. So learn from it. The point is, I know a kid's perspective is, well, I don't need this anymore. There's not a test on it. You actually need to know it for next semester. These are going to be sprinkled in throughout next semester. And the tests next semester always include a review problem. That's a theme on next semester's test. There's always a review problem, which will be these. So you do need to know them. You just don't need to know them like 3 days from now. Okay, so take the time, finish this packet, and respect the fact that this is knowledge you learned, and right this minute would come back in 1 minute. It would only take 1 minute of me teaching you to get it back in your head. Okay, so that's the goal right now, is you will refresh your memory on this stuff, and then there are a couple mistakes on the key, and I have found them. They're here. Problem number 3. The domain and range are reversed on the key. Number 15, it doesn't say or equal to. That's a little thing, but it matters. And number 9, the first answer is right, but then the second answer should have an x to the 5th in the denominator of it. So those are the known mistakes on the key. Could there be more? Sure. But that's the mistakes on the key that I have right now. Okay, now you're going to get a bunch of work time today. You're going to see your test scores from yesterday. And after you've seen your test scores, a few of you are going to want to do corrections on that because you could still retake that. So your grade is kind of stuck now. Like, you are where you are right this minute. Like your grade is pretty much where it is unless you turn in late work. So I'm going to go through the grade book hopefully over the next 24 hours and put in zeros to just make it really obvious for you, like, you didn't do that. And that way you can look through your grade book and go, oh, a 0. I can still do that. All right? So if you find any zeros, do them. If you have any tests that you just recently took, either this one or the test before it, those are the only 2 you can retake. The current one I'm handing you back today, or the one before that, that's all you can retake. Those could be retaken. Tomorrow would be a good day for that, because tomorrow I meet in the morning at 7:05 or during class tomorrow. Because tomorrow's class is going to be a little strange because, like, there's nothing new left. So I may as well let you take the test during class tomorrow too. Okay, so if you have a retake to take, tomorrow will be the day. And then Friday's big because it's the last day to turn in late stuff. If you didn't catch the principal's deal, I've got it on the board here. Friday is at-home sync. At home. You're still coming to class, like I got to take attendance, but Friday's an at-home sync day. Then you have a long weekend, 3-day weekend. And then on Tuesday, you got another at-home day. And again, you'll have to get attendance done, and I'll just do something for a few minutes, and then that'll be really quick and easy. And then, what the heck is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and next week? It's mostly just for kids that have got behind. So most of you guys are going to be fine. Could you take a retake then? Yeah, but only the most recent test or the one before that. Okay, there is tons of info. Now you might have questions. You're first.
Since you spend so much time on it, do you think you could like post the final as like an optional over the weekend? We can do it just so we're able to remember everything.
I do have a second review packet, which would be just like the final. So that is something I would put as a possibility. Obviously, a lot of kids would say, no, thank you. But if you're interested in that, I think I can post that. Just remind me. But not the actual final, because the point was we made this whole final and we'd like to use it. We'll use it next year. So we don't want the actual final questions to be up. We understand that these are very similar to the actual final questions, but I don't see a reason why I couldn't post the second review for you. Yes?
So how do
the only exception is we may not have a key for it, in which case I don't think anybody right now, teachers are super overloaded, is going to make a key, but I can give you the problems if you want to try them. Yes?
So how do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday work if we have like 3-hour classes?
Yeah, those are weird. We don't even really know, because principal told us this morning. This is the new dust. So I told you about these at-home days. What about the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? I know that it's not just at home again. Now, there are kids that will not be able to come to school because they've got COVID or whatever, okay? But they want kids to be here, and I don't know yet. I think he's going to give us more direction on exactly how this looks, because what he said, correct me if am wrong on this, didn't he say that this was in person on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? I think I heard him say that.
I think he said it.
I thought it was like the catch-up day, you know, like
Yeah.
So I am not going to verify that for you. I know that's what you'd like it to be. I get that.
No,
and maybe that's what he said. But I'm not going to say that because this is getting recorded. So maybe it's a catch-up day. But I, at this point, thought I heard him say that you would have to come and get checked off that you were here. And I think the reason for that is, and I could be wrong on this, but I think the reason for that could be that you can't count it as a school day unless everybody is invited to school. And so I think if all of a sudden we chop out too many school days, then we could, as a district, have to go longer into the summer. I know, so there's rules they have to follow. So I don't know. I don't know exactly how that works. We'll know more, I guarantee you, in 3-4 days from now. They'll tell us more about what those last 3 days look like. But I know my intentions for these last 3 days are kids can get their final things in and get caught up. And anyway, any other questions? Okay, so then the next thing for this hour, if you're listening along at home, that's kind of the craziness that just happened, and I'm trying to explain. If you're at home right now, your main goal is try to get caught up on anything you're missing, like look in the grade book, look for any zeros. If you're at home right now, you may not have seen your test score yet. I am just about to grade the kids that did their tests at home, which was a different version, so I found a key for that, and I'm going to get those graded here today sometime, so I'll put those up for you guys. And just focus on getting everything in at the end of the year, and if you hadn't already heard it, there is no final for first semester. Yay, for you guys. All right, and that's all I have for the video for today.